A few weeks ago, my wife and I attended a dinner party hosted by my brother Dave and his wife Andrea at their home. While there, Dave asked me to step out into his shop, and while out there, he handed me a box and said, "Here you go, Johnny. Go home and see what you can do with this box. Perhaps you could make something." So we're going to have a box opening to see what goodies Dave has given me. Well, look at that. I've got a piece of, maybe it's a burl, maple burl, I believe. It's about 1.25 inches square by 6 inches, maybe a tad longer. I've got another piece of similar size, and this is a resin, which is a two-part epoxy type material that Dave has put into a mold, and he's also embedded pieces of wood within that to enhance the artistic flavor of this. The other items we have are similar. You can see there's more things down in the box. This piece here looks like it's a straight resin. Here's another that has resin, and I'm not sure the wood that's here. And there's some others. Here's straight resin. So we need to come up with a project that we could incorporate these blanks into. So stay tuned. I'll bring you along, and we'll see what we can come up with. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate the goodies. So now I have to choose one and make a pen. I think I'll try. This looks like a good one to start with. I see some wood in there. I see multicolored, I guess that's a dye that goes in that resin when it's in liquid form. So we're going to take this one and we're going to come up with a pen, and I'm going to show you guys at least how I do it, fabricating one of these. Now just remember that this is not an instructional video. This is simply me in my shop with a camera recording what I'm doing. Over here at my lathe cart, I've got a couple of drawers that we have pen kits in. These are some spare parts. These are the pen kits, and as you can see, there are different kinds. There's a world of kits in this hobby. There's some more. This is a revolver pen kit, and it you can see it comes from a company, PSI Woodworking. They're out of Philadelphia. So this here, I don't know if you guys can see this. These are the parts that'll go to build that pen, and what we need is a piece of material in the middle to form the body of that pen, or I guess you might say the back. Okay, so what I've got here is a revolver click pen kit. As you can see, it consists of a tip, the tip nut, the tube, back end assembly, a plunger, a refill, and a spring. What I have to provide is this part right here in the middle, and I'm going to make that on a lathe. The piece that I have decided to make that out of is this piece that Dave has given me. Combination of resin and a little bit of wood. And I'll bring you guys along on the process as I take this and turn it into this. So we're looking at this brass tube is going to get glued into this blank. It's not quite 1 3/4 long, and this blank is about 2 7/8 inches long. So I've taken our blank and I've clamped it in these jaws. These are pen jaws for my lathe. I've got a 10mm drill bit chucked up into this Jacob's chuck, and we're going to use our lathe to fill out that hole in that blank. So per the instructions, it says to insert this little guy here in first. They're calling that the tip nut. You see, that's a pretty tight fit. And I think what I'll do is put this on to aid in pressing that in there. And we'll step over here to my pen vise. And let's see here. The way this is going to work is I'm going to press this in. And this is how that works. You see that going in there. Good shot. Sorry for the shake. Alright, so that's got that in. Now let's see, the next part is going to be this guy right here. Press the back end assembly recess side first into the opposite end of the barrel. So that's going to be this guy, like this. So now we'll press that in. And here, we'll come over here. Make sure that's all lined up nice. Can you all see that? And now we'll go in there. That. So far so good. And let's see, from here we'll unscrew this guy. In. This, see how this spring goes. Spring will go like this. Put this over like this. And the only part left is this guy, and it'll screw in like this. Okay, so there's our finished pen. Kind of hard to push there. Maybe it needs a little bit of work. So let's see if it works. There we go. This is, ladies and gentlemen, a revolver pen. There's the tip protruding out. The tip. Press this button. It goes back in. You can see this here as you can see that move. So that is a revolving or a revolver clip pen.